we've had a massive bid in the period for one of our best players, and this is the kind of money that you could only dream about.
Into the black hole. Sing for my soul.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sunshine on Leyth. If you're still enjoying the save, drop a like, that would be most delightful. So things have started better for us this year. We did have the defeat to Manchester City in there, but we've recovered quite nicely with the comebacks against Bournemouth, still shipping quite a lot of goals, but I'm hoping that we can kind of stem that a little bit, and we are scoring a lot more than last season, and that's always a nice sign. Today, we play Norwich. Norwich, who had a good finish last year, have started the season strongly and actually find themselves ahead of us. So you never know what they're capable of, but we are at the Lighthouse, or be it a reduced capacity, on the same day as the Merseyside derby. Now, since the last couple of weeks, we've had to miss Regen Sunday due to the fact there's been many different circumstances. I thought we'd do like a double header this weekend of Regens on both days. I know, I'm just too kind. Let's get onto it. So first up is Aristide Diaby, an Ivorian striker, and he is just terrifically good. Whoever signed him, enjoy. Then we've got Esteban Ruiz de Galarreta, who is an incredibly good Argentinian centre-back. Only 6 foot tall, which again I would say is a bit of a letdown, but everything else is unbelievable for 22. Good God. Aggression's a little low, I must say, but then I've signed players with low aggression in defender, and they've not always been the worst players. Then George, who is from the British Virgin Islands, 22 caps as well. No goals, sadly, which is a shame. Then Super Mario, which you just love to see. It's one of those names that comes up every now and then, and it never gets old. Then we've got Enkbatar Tufshinjarjal. That sounds definitely wrong, but he is a Mongolian central midfielder / central defender / striker. He can play everywhere. He's a jack of all trades and has 12 caps for Mongolia and a goal. And lastly for today, it's Trinh Phan Kong, who is the Vietnamese Norwegian centre-back who is actually, currently declared for Norway, but you get the feeling that he may well end up declaring for Vietnam at some point, which would be pretty damn cool. So that concludes the Regens for today. There'll be some more tomorrow as we try to work through the backlog slightly, and there's some quality ones in there, believe me. Right, Norwich today. This is key. Obviously, with more games around at the moment, we've got to be careful what we do, but I'm still pretty confident. We still have that negative goal difference we've got to shake as a result of the poor result. But, we beat Blackhaven fairly comfortably. We put 5 past them, 3 past Bournemouth, but it was the 3 goals conceded and the 2 goals conceded that's the problem. We have the worst defence in the league, but the best attack. Hopefully, we can stem the flow a little bit. I'm actually looking at another centre-back. There's a Brazilian guy called Evandro who would actually be allowed to sign for us due to work permits, so might be an option there. Oh, dearie me. We are in trouble, aren't we? We really could have just rested some players for the Beitar Jerusalem game, to be honest. I'm going to start Bruzidi today, and Lasker could really do with a rest. Is it surely not Clive Kimberley to start in the midfield for Whitport today? Could this be the redemption arc that we all dreamed of? Unlikely, but you never know. I might actually give Clive a chance today, play him alongside Fran, see what the pair of them can do together. Feel sorry for Raul Costa, really, but I want to try out what Clive can do today, see if he can return to that form. So the bench will be Zulu, Thompson, Nelson, Billington, Costa, Ramos, and, of course, Grant White. Actually, no, I'll put Francis Sullivan on instead of White. Clive Kimberley is back in the squad. I'm giving him the number 69. That way he can have just... because he's a nice player. I just didn't think we'd be starting a game this season with Clive Kimberley in there, but sometimes you just have to. I do feel like it's unlikely that he'll be able to displace Rui Lasker, who really has hit the ground running this season and looks like a real monster in that position. But you never know. Verteball, Kimberley. A lot of these players he would have played with anyway. Kimberley's ball, flick down. Balde, KO, Balde. Ooh. It's been an aggressive start from us. Watch us now concede from a free kick. Romaglio. Oh, he's just skinned him. Don't foul him. Or do. Either's fine. You do you, bub. It's cool. You do you. Oh, dear. Terrific. Monteforte steps up for Norwich City, and it's saved by Russell Griggs. Oh, Russell, we have just been thinking about potentially replacing you over the last few matches, and you come up with a big save there. He is fighting for his position in this team at the moment. Not that I'd have anyone to replace it. Oh, that was poor from Kimberley. Oh, no. I honestly wonder, with us playing it out from the back, if actually trying to find another ball-winning midfielder and then dropping Fran a little bit deeper to play as a ball-playing defender wouldn't actually be the worst idea. Bruzidi's in, and it's in the back of the net, and it's Milan Lonchar, 3rd goal of the season for him. I am a big fan of this guy. I feel like he's just looking consistent so far. He's doing the right things. Bruzidi as well, by the way, has had an insanely good start to this season. He's barely been able to play just mostly because of filling in. But look at this, lovely pick out on Lonchar. Great work to get into the space, and it's 1-0 Whitport. Beautiful. Going to turn on work ball into the box, because we're not getting enough of the ball, and we've got a 1-0 lead, and I feel like if we can just retain possession a bit more, it will allow us to just sort of deaden this game a bit. And well done. Clive Kimberley gets it back out on the left-hand side. Launcher! Good save by Olms. It was a difficult angle, but we've definitely had the better of this first half now, I would say. Clive Kimberley with a nice pass there. I'd say all in all, fairly solid first half. Pleased with that. One thing I would also say as well is that having Fran there with his passing ability and the fact that he will actually take those passes on, whereas before, Zulu and Bunyat, as far as I know, have don't play long passes or something as a result, and they don't tend to play them very often. So we'll see. I should be clearer. What I mean to say is that I'm hoping that with Fran's additional passing ability, we should be able to find some extra passes because they're more likely to go after and mark up our playmaker. But that will leave Fran a bit of extra space for him to actually play some interesting passes. Now actually feels like the perfect time for Simon Nelson because he's, like I said, we don't concede a lot of goals with Nelson on the pitch. So bringing him on in games where when we're defending a narrow lead seems to be a really good strategy for just allowing us to be more stable. Buzidi, back post, Nelson's header, and it's over the crossbar. He still will get us the odd goal though. One of the things he found in the analysis video is that Dave Morton was a very good super sub. Oh no, not one of these, please. I don't know, eh? That's one thing that I really wish would not be in the fucking game. The short free kick to return to sender kind of goals are very, very annoying because the moment they start that free kick, you can almost guarantee it's going to be a goal for them. And there's no way to defend against it. To be honest, I think we've been pretty solid in this game and a little bit unfortunate not to probably get the win. But that's just how it goes. Lonchar blocked by Kimberley. Sullivan! Saved by Alms. And, well, I mean, yeah, I just feel like we should have won this match. But as usual, you get things like that happening. Then again, they did miss a penalty as well. So there's that as well. And, yeah, that's it. Whitport 1, Norwich 1. I don't know what to tell you, really. I think we were the better side in that game, created enough chances to win the match. Clive Kimberley, with his 7.4 as well, did a decent job in the midfield for us, to be fair. But when you concede a goal like that, I don't know. You can almost tell the moment that the free kick is set up that they've got a free player that you can't mark, and then you just have an overload and there's nothing you can do about it. It seems that for some, it's a bit like throw-ins. They're a bit broken. With situations like that, it feels like the moment that they play that pass to the player, the rest of your defenders stop. Something doesn't work with them anymore, and they no longer sort of actually function properly. This isn't me being sarcastic. I feel like there's something that's not quite right there, because I cannot set my situation up to create those types of goals, but you do see them 3 or 4 times a season from AI teams, and it's quite annoying, but hey, you just have to take it on the chin, don't you? Right, game's off camera, back to a nice bit of Europa League action afterwards. Right then, we're back, and in style. We went to Molineux, we're in front after 28 seconds. Flamarion pulls it back, eventually it comes back to him from Lonchar, and he slots it home for 1-0 after 28 seconds. He's really been great this period of games. Things got even better then as Flamarion knocked the ball up long, and this was such an old-style goal from us. Kaio flicks it on, Lonchar picks it up, and a simple finish. Those are the kind of goals we scored in League 1. And then before half-time had even come, we were 3 goals to the good at Molineux. A terrific performance. Kaio getting it wide, eventually knocks it across, and there was Balde flying in with the header for 3-0. We managed to grab ourselves a customary corner goal as Kaio's ball's whipped in, flicked on by Connor, and off of Mittler for 4-0. Sadly though, 85th minute, we were unable to keep that clean sheet, that is ever elusive clean sheet that we're just never quite able to get. Ball was slipped through and Harrison makes it 4-1, but still a crazy good result. Now, we've had a massive bid in the period for one of our best players, and this is the kind of money that you could only dream about. Bayern Munich, I saw that they were after Kaio. We heard it in the press. Eventually, they came in with a £42 million bid for the lad, and I was like, all right, obviously not. Didn't complain, so I thought, cool. No issues there. But then, as the window finished, they came in with an £83 million bid for Kaio. The highest bid we've ever received for a player. £83 million, which makes me think this guy really could be something. I feel like he's the second coming of Curtis Thomas. We then had our first Europa Conference group stage game. Vukaripa eventually whips the ball to the back post for Flamarion's there, but you'll notice 47 shots, 23 on target, and we only won 2-0. Got to do better than that, unfortunately. Down the side for Flamarion again, driving into the box. He had a great game. Eventually, it's deflected back into the path of Fran Sullivan, who pops it in for 2-0, but we really should have scored more goals. But then it finally happened. We got a win and a clean sheet. Kaio's ball through. Metalla's there again. He has hit the ground like running like nobody's business this year. Then before half-time, Metalla's ball, terrible defending from Brighton. Kaio's able to nick it off the defender, slip through again. A goal and an assist for him on the night. He is just running the show. He is Curtis Thomas. We then had a very cheeky 1-0 victory over Grimsby, the rotated side in the cup. Clive Kimberley from the penalty spot gave us the win. And lastly, we finished off a run of 4 consecutive home games with a thrashing result against West Ham. Ball whipped in. There was Connor this time. Connor and Metalla have really hit the ground with those corner goals. We really have got much better this time around. But Southampton were able to equalise on the half an hour mark. Ball whipped in. Great header from Zambrano. Nothing Griggs can do about that 1-1. But that just seemed to light a fire under us and wake up the beast, and it's always nice to see that. Vertelbor getting the ball this time, getting that ball to the back post, and who would be there but Flammarion again. I think that's his 3rd goal of the year already. He is flying. And then before half-time was even up, even more brilliance. Fran knocks it round the side for Flammarion. He does what he does, whips it across. Kaio's first shot is blocked, comes back to him again. 8th goal of the season for him. And then in the 83rd minute again, Flammarion driving past the defender, whips it into the path of Kaio, who once again drops it in. I think that's his 9th goal in all competitions and his 7th in the Premier League. 4-1 over Southampton. We really are now looking like an incredibly difficult team to play against. Flammarion looks great. Kaio looks great. Laska's providing balls. The defenders look good. Fran looks good. I think we've built ourselves a team that could maybe even challenge for the Champions League this year, and we have got goals, and it's so cool to see. As all of that leaves us 4th. 20 goals scored now this season. We finally got a positive goal difference back. Kaio has 7 in 7 and 5 assists to his name. He's already contributed to 12 of our 20 goals so far this season. It's very much like Curtis Thomas in the League 1, League 2 days. We seem to have finally found a player, and that one season Fran Sullivan had where he was terrific. I think Kaio could go above and beyond this season and could maybe go 20 and 20. Little Arsenal update. I haven't seen this, so let's go find out what's happening to them. Are they top now? No, they're still not. They're 4th in the Championship after 10 games. They have won 6 now, in fairness. West Ham and Barnsley, of all people, are up there. Despite only scoring 11 goals in 10 games, they are up there. But the fact is, Arsenal, 4th in the league. They still can't even... I expected them to run away with this, and yet here they are. Border also upgrading the youth facilities again, and the training and the data analysis. And finally they let me get one of those special youth agreements with another club, where the affiliate agreement where you can actually get their players in your youth intake. So we've done a deal with Čukarički over in Serbia, and I'm hoping they'll let me have a few more of these before saves end. So we might be able to get some very interesting prospects in our youth academy. I love these deals. So today, though, we go away to Atromitos of Greece, not Cyprus. Sparta smashed them 6-0 in the opening fixture. Are we not on the day? Oh, right, there was an earlier thing. Right, yeah, so they lost 6-0 to Sparta on the opening day. We only beat Mechelen 2-0, despite that absolute mauling. So in theory, this should be a battering for us. So with that in mind, actually, do we have an international break after this? No, we don't. We've got a game against Leeds at the weekend. I'm going to make a couple of changes. I'm going to bring Win Billington in today to give him a bit of a run. Kaio, I just want to keep in because of his form. Buzidi will start instead of him. And Simon Nelson will start as well. And I want to try Fran at centre-back again, with Clive Kimberley there, and then Zulu in that position. And also Sebastian Chan getting fitness back up. Just because I feel like we need to make sure we rotate properly this year. Grant White's ineligible as well. I'm going to put Ben Putman-Kiteley on the bench. I feel like at some point a European game is deserved for Ben Putman-Kiteley, you know? Heck, we could even turn Win into like our European striker. So we are away in Greece here. Our first group game away from home. But I feel like we've got a strong enough team out here. Wow, they're pushed really high up. I get the feeling that with the pitch condensed as much as it is, there's going to be a lot of room in behind for Win Billington and Kaio. I think we could absolutely hammer them in this match if we carry on, if this looks the way it looks to look. Oh, but Zidi's already through and he's nearly scored inside a minute. Chan out to the wide right. Can he get into the box at least? He does. He's into all the way through. Nelson's header, and it's saved again. Kimberley bringing it away. Nelson again. He's looking really aggressive tonight. More like Dave Morton, actually. It goes, and it's another good strike on target. Bruzidi. And Fran's header is in, and Fran scores his first goal for Whitport. It would have to be from a set piece for us, though, wouldn't it? All our open play bluster, and we end up getting the goal from a set piece. But it's Fran in there, of course, playing slightly as a defender today. He was in a better position for the corner. Pulls himself away. First goal for him. I've really, really liked Fran. The board don't like my decision to sign it, but I really like it. Nelson into the area, skipping through challenges, and Kaio's header is on target again. Chan picks it up, and Kaio's into the channel here. Can he get the shot away? Or will he be able to find a teammate? He finds Billington! Second goal of the season for Win Billington, and his second goal in the Europa Conference League. I feel like he's a good option as a striker for us in that position in Europe. He may not be getting as many league games because I feel like Lonchar is doing a good job in there, but I have no objections to playing him in every single Europa Conference League game because he's clearly still got the quality to put those balls in the back of the net. Second goal of the year for Win. Another assist for Kaio. Zulu to put one to the back post. Flick down, and Billington's put it in again. It's 3-0. Win Billington in Europe now with his third goal of the season, and we've absolutely killed this game off completely. We're just battling with Sparta, it would seem. There's only really two teams that are viable in this group, and it is us and Sparta Prague. But at the moment, they've got the better of us. Look at that. He's only like 5'1". He's not, but you get my point. To be fair, it wasn't like he won the header so much as they left him completely unmarked. But hey, he still had to put it in. You know, I'd argue we were actually better in the game against Mechelen, and yet we only scored twice in that game. But here we are, 3-0 up at half-time and cruising, boys. I do kind of feel that maybe the board were right, and we could maybe challenge in the later rounds of this tournament. Coming on for his European debut is Ben Putman-Kiteley to play in the Europa Conference League. I just want to see him touch the football. If he touches the football, which he might well do here, if Thompson He's going to get it. Ben Putman-Kitely on the ball in the Europa Conference League, and he's going to get an assist as well. Atromitos 0, Whitport 4. Wyn Billington completes his hat-trick here in Greece, but it's the fact that Ben Putman-Kitely gets an assist in the Europa Conference League. I know we're only playing Atromitos, but it's so nice for the lad who's been such a hero of this club. It's a nice ball. I mean, actually, no, it deflects completely, but it doesn't matter because he's got an assist in Europe. Nelson. Can BPK sneak into the far post, perhaps? Nelson's all the way in. He's found Putman-Kitely! Can you imagine if he'd scored? All the way through for Nelson. Oh, BPK's unmarked. And he's found him! Oh no, he's missed again. Oh, Ben. The chances. He's had 2 chances to score in this game. Billington. Kayo's header through. Flicked away. Vukuripa will pick this up, and this is surely going to see this game out with a 4-0 victory for us as Sparta Prague go 6-0 up away from home. They've won both games in the group 6-0 so far. Like, we've done well, don't get me wrong, but the fact that they've won 6-0 in 2 games in a row means it's going to be really difficult. We're going to have to basically beat them because they look absolutely unstoppable at the moment. But a 4-0 victory away from home. Ben Putman-Kitely comes off the bench with an assist, and he could have had 2 goals as well. Oh, God, imagine if he'd scored. Actually, to be fair, it doesn't really make that much difference. I'll do 2 off camera, come back for Sparta, do those 3 off camera, come back for Sparta again. Screw it. Let's just do this. Right, so if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, drop a like, that'd be sensational. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be cool too. And yeah, stream on Twitch and too on Tuesdays and Thursdays and usually Saturdays as well at 11 AM, so go follow there as well. And I'll see you guys tomorrow as we have our 2 toughest games in Europe so far. If we can win one of those or just beat them on the head-to-head, I think there's a real chance of us winning this group, and we are looking brilliant, and it's so exciting. So I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.